Good morning, comrades. And comrades is still a good word because to use, because as we can see in Conwy, the dictators are well alive. They are alive, and they are saying to residents, as you can see on this article here, council writes letters to asking residents to withdraw objections to parking fees hike. Wow, so it's a bizarre world, isn't it now? So we live in a democracy, yet in Conwy Council, dictatorship is rife. So I write in, or a resident writes in, then you get a letter back saying, yeah, we don't like the way you've done that, so do you mind withdrawing it, because it suits our agenda? Now, before what would happen, that would happen in the background. So you'd all put a letter in, then somebody else would say, yeah, let's ignore them, and let's just do it. But this time, I'll give them credit, they seem to have been polite with it. Oh, do you mind objecting to it now? Why have they done that? Right. So, my guess is because it would then go to some sort of public forum and people would be able to speak up and say something. And the public authorities, the public sector people who are paid by the residents don't want that out in the open, do they? What they want to do is just dictate. And this is like the common theme now, isn't it? The interesting thing about this is that when one council does it, all councils follow. So I can expect to get a lot of councils in Wales and in the United Kingdom or England to follow this as a suit. They will say this is now the blueprint, now the next blueprint. And from what I can tell, looking at this letter, is the parking charges, you'll have to pay £5.50 for 4 hours. Now what it doesn't say is whether or not there was any charges prior to that, but either way, £5.50 for 4 hours, that's a lot of money. More so if you're struggling with cost of living, and again, you live in the area, you've objected to it, and then some dictator turns around and says, oh, we don't like that, so go away. Because that's what they're saying to you. Go away. Now, as we go through this, what we can see is the councillors, and if you look at this, the councillors are saying we didn't know anything about this. And the councillors go on to say in this sort of letter is that the first they found out about it was when the notices went up. Now they're saying this is against the protocol. Now, not being unkind, don't know the councillors and the rest of it, but surely something would have happened somewhere, because normally on a council you will have a councillor who is sat on the planning board, and this must have been mentioned somewhere. However, if not, I won't be surprised. So this is like massive really when you think about it. So the residents who pay for the councillors, and the residents also pay the council staff, are now being told that we're not going to listen to you. I mean, think about it, that's like outrageous. And then I find what really interesting is this paragraph here, and it says these decisions are already made. Well, if you had anything to do with councils, a lot of the decisions are already made. That's it, you can turn it, you can say what you want, and if you now look at, follow the link on the Council Watch, you will see and be entertained by many of the battles I have there. And it's the same played out in something like Jeremy Clarkson's TV show. Right? You see it all there. And councils, this is the people who are supposed to help us and represent us. We pay them. They do their best to come up with every single excuse. And it's normally for some petty reason or political driven agenda. As a resident, all you want is a good service. That's the end of it. I would not be very happy at all if someone said to me, oh yeah, we've noted your objection, do you mind withdrawing it? Because it's a bit inconvenient today. I mean, what next? If I vote in a different way to what they want, will I get that vote returned saying try again? Because that's what we're going down, aren't we? And then this little bit here is, I don't really get it. I don't get this. Council responds to objections and provides further information or explanation where possible. Having given an explanation, it is then standard procedure to ask the resident whether they wish to object their objection. Now, I don't even know if that is real. Right? It's like I don't really get any of that. Why are they doing it? So basically, let me go through this. So I say something, I object to it, and then they write to me and try and convince me that I need to withdraw it because I don't understand. And that sounds very similar, doesn't it, to 20 miles an hour. This is where we're going. So this is why I've said to you before, we need to start looking at taking control of local councils. But then we need to do it because literally, because I used to be independent overview and scrutiny committee member for a council, and what I realised is a lot of the councillors there seriously don't have the same power they used to, because the people behind the scenes, i.e. the council people who we pay, and just out of interest, let me show you how much some of them get. And there you go, strategic, and this is from Conwy website. Look at that money they get. So they get that money off us, yet they have the cheek to tell us that literally, oh, we don't like what you've done, try harder. Because that's what they're saying. We need to get people who will do as they're told in these jobs. They're supposed to work for us, not supposed to dictate to us, which is what's happening now. And it will become the norm. Right, bit of a rant, but I want to get you engaged in this and understand your council is ignoring you, and now they're going to go turn around and tell you literally how to think and what you should be thinking, because this is what this says. Look at this here. Right, letter asking residents to withdraw. So we don't like what you've said, we don't like how you think, have another go. Right, think about it, but remember, this is like the tip of the iceberg, and we should be quite thankful because Conwy Council have decided to tip their hand by saying this is the future. We don't like what you think, we'll get you to change your mind. Yes, hello. So I just wanted to add in that in terms of wasteful money and spending, and residents being asked, in this case in Conwy, they're now being asked to pay more in parking despite getting £18 million from the Welsh Government, because Conwy Council are saying, oh, we're having trouble balancing the books. So we've got £18 million, but we're going to have to take more money off you. And this is despite the fact that residents in Conwy and surrounding areas of Conwy have paid council tax and tax all their life to the Welsh Government and to the council. Yet now they're still being asked to pay. And then when I say priorities are wrong, a charity, Sustrans, get £120 million per year to do active travel, which is like cycle lanes and the rest of it. Now then, what's the priority? Sea defence or a cycle lane? You decide, and you decide what you should be mad about. Now, go a little bit further around the coast and you come to a place called Fairborn. And Fairborn is world renowned, right, because someone said, oh, you're going to flood. Right, fair enough, you're going to flood. Right, we need £33 million. Well, we're not giving you £33 million. Oh, but I'll tell you what, we'll give this charity doing active travel stuff, we'll give them £120 million. Right, you work out your priorities. And just so you, in case you don't realise, charities within Wales get £500 million a year. So why should I and other people who've paid taxes and everything else be fleeced for parking? That parking should be free, or it should be at least 20p an hour. That's what I'm going to tell you. Right, thank you for watching. Needed to say that because it's the reality of it. Thank you, goodbye, have a good day.